Well, instead of starting with questions, I'm not as interested in talking about the stat sheet and even the game for that matter. What I would like to talk about is how proud I am of the young men in our program. When we set out to recruit guys, we talked to them very clearly about how hard this is going to be, the adversity, the challenges, and the things that every single day that they're going to have to bring their best. And every single day, sick, tired, hurt, sore, you name it, we're right back to work. And we talk to their families about it, and we make sure that they understand if they're to come into our program that there's standards in all aspects of life, not just on the basketball court. And those standards start in the classroom. And I'm extremely proud of the young men in our program because we set another record in terms of GPA with a 3.39 as a team GPA. And we had 6 of our 14 that made the dean's list. And I know there's so many things that people talk about in college athletics and what's changed and what's different and all these things. And what I'd say is the young men in our program deserve a lot of credit, a lot of praise, and a lot of respect for what they do every single day and how they work, because in the classroom, we've consistently been over a 3.0, but when you're breaking records in the classroom with a GPA like that, it speaks to the character of the young men in our program. It speaks to their families and the foundation. When everybody asks the question sarcastically, does academics still matter? Yes, it matters. It's extremely important. The families in our program know that. The players in our program know that. And they understand that that is every bit as important as anything we do beyond that. The second piece is who they are as citizens, who they are as people. The amount of emails, texts, calls, people that pull me to the side and talk about how our guys do such a great job in the community and how they treat people, that means everything to me. As much as we're competitive and we want to win every game, what really matters to me is building men for the future, men who are leaders, men who are husbands, men who are fathers, men who can contribute to the community. And we have a locker room full of those guys that have tremendous character in how they work and how they do everything. And again, their families and their foundation deserves a lot of credit for that. The third piece, obviously, is on the court. And to me, you know, we live in a day and age in a world where everybody wants to compare this team to that team or last year or another team or something else, or we're supposed to win every game by, 120-20. We play great teams. We play great coaches. The other teams are very intentional on what they do as well. But what I can say about our guys on the court is they continue to do the work and they continue to get better. And as much as what we've done up to this point, we know it's about to get a lot harder. We know when you play in the best conference in the country with the best coaches, the best programs, and the best players, you've got to continue to elevate yourself. And the way that the young men in our program work in the classroom, in the community, and on the court every single day is really a lot more of the storyline right now than anything that happened in that game tonight. It's great that we finished non-conference play with the record that we did. We know things are about to get a lot harder. So I just say there's so many narratives out there in terms of all the wrong things in college athletics, all the bad things, the transfer portal, NIL, and things that people want to continuously talk about that are negative. And what I would challenge anybody is to say there's never been a harder time to be a student athlete. There's more pressure, there's more anxiety, there's more comparative culture, there's more mental health, there's more challenges. Because of NIL, everybody thinks these guys they're robots and they have to do different things. And so as much as, the game matters and whatever's happened matters, I think this is a great time to hit reset. And I know there's a lot of great programs out there that have high standards in all these areas and a lot of great coaches. I know, that we're not the only program that has these standards, but I'm really proud of the young men in our program, and they deserve a lot of credit and praise, and so do their families, because in a day and age where everybody tries to figure out all the things that are wrong, I commend the young men in our program for everything that's right. And they're going to be people you want to hire for jobs. They're going to be people that you want to marry your daughter. They're going to be people that if you're a NBA team you want on your roster. They're going to be people that you want as your neighbor. They're going to be people you want in the community that you live in because of who they are as people and the character that they carry themselves with each day. So I guess I'm just really proud of our guys. When you have time to reflect over a break, It gives you perspective and allows you to really think about where you're at and what's going on around you. And I have so much admiration for the young men in our locker room and how they work. And our coaches do a great job setting an example every single day. Our strength staff, our training staff, our nutrition staff, everybody does a remarkable job around their program to give our young men a chance to be successful in all areas. But I think the story for tonight, or the story to, wrap up non-conference play, is how you do anything is how you do everything. And the performance in the classroom, the performance in the community are even far greater than what we've done on the court, and we're very proud of what we've done on the court.